What's up, guys? Welcome back to Process for Profits. I am Purry, all service business, all success, service business simplified. And in today's video, we're going to discuss Davis-Bacon and what that means and what it is. A lot of you guys are interested in government contracts, and if you're interested in government contracts, you're surely going to run into Davis-Bacon. Now, I've pulled up what the Davis-Bacon Act of 1931 is, so I can give you the official full definition before we get into it. So, Google says, the Davis-Bacon Act of 1931 is a United States federal law that establishes the requirement for paying the local prevailing wages on public works projects for laborers and mechanics. What does that mean? Essentially, it says that this is the local wage that each trade is paid, and you will not come into our community and pay anybody any less. You will not get day laborers and enrich your company while hurting the local citizens. The local citizens have to be enriched as well. What does that mean? We'll get into that next. If they tell you this is the prevailing wage for the cleaner, $34.50 for this area, then that's what you have to pay every cleaner that you employ on said job site. They make sure you get the message. You're supposed to have it posted on the job site so everybody knows what everybody's making. Nobody's shitting the can. Now, everything still applies. You can still subcontract out your subcontracts, your contracts that you get. It still applies. It's still done. A lot of times, painter get a contract. He'll sub it out to another company, and that company subs it out to another company. Some of the bigger things, i.e. the outsides of the building, and they just take care of the insides of the units. Now, also with these Davis-Bacon prevailing wage job sites, you will not get paid for 60 days. Yeah, let that sink in. 60 days. The norm is, in the blueprint, we tell you that you put in your contract 7 days or less that you are paid. Sometimes there'll be occasions where you have to work with a contractor. Their company is every 10 days or every Friday or every 14 days. You decide if this is something you're willing to deal with and work with that company. You don't have to. But when you do Davis-Bacon prevailing wages, this is how it goes. They're building apartments, and these owners are getting sometimes 75% of the money for the government, and they have to, what's the term they're using? Affordable housing is what they're building. So a certain amount of units are dedicated for those in a certain income bracket. So they get cut a check, and they will not cut the check to the contractor until they're satisfied that the contractor is working to their standards. The government might just say, all right, the frame's up, here's your check for the framing. They come in and say, the frame's up, yeah, but this is messed up, and I don't like this, and I don't like that. So once they cut the check, then the contractor has to wait, and then they cut the check. So initially, it's going to be 60 days to start out. And then every 30 days or 45 days thereafter, you have to submit your payments once a month to be paid, your pay app once a month, and then after that, it takes about a couple weeks, so 45 days. Conversely, you can stay private and you get paid rather quickly. So it's nothing wrong with having both things in your arsenal and being able to do both things. But these are the things that you need to look out for Davis-Bacon. These contractors are still looking to get the cheapest labor. But your job as the business owner of the service business is to understand that just like they're trying to get it cheaper, there's a gap in there where you can get more money. So you charge a little bit more, understanding that their labor that they're going to be using isn't cleaning up behind themselves. The labor that they're using don't care about the job site. They're just trying to get the job done and move on to the next one. So it's your job to protect yourself, your work, your company, your employees, your subcontractors, and make sure that you're enriching yourself in the process. There's nothing wrong with that. These Davis-Bacon jobs can work. They're great money. A lot of the times they're around $80,000. Easy. that contract is also over a span of, say, 12 months before you start your process of getting in there to be able to clean. But that's $80,000, and that's one contract. So if you can mix in a couple of those job sites with a lot of private, you could be profitable very quickly in your cleaning company. But again, it takes a lot. They usually want to make sure you have capital in the bank so you can float your payroll, because they know they're not paying you right up front. So they want to check that. They want to check sometimes your credit to get on these government job sites. A lot of times your credit. But you can also find companies that still do government facilities and they're private and they pay quickly. We've done a lot of sheriff offices and jails, and they pay quickly. So you have to ask, and usually they'll tell you this is a Davis Bacon job site, and you have to decide, what does that mean? It just means a shit ton of paperwork. If you have any problems with that, feel free, reach out, guide you through it. Because it's no reason we can't all win. It's cleaning, guys, or it's painting. And check this out. A lot of times, even let's say with painting, you've never painted before. Who cares? There's plenty of painting companies out here that would love to put on their resume that they painted the brand new apartment complex in the community. You better believe it's on my website. I cleaned that brand new building, that brand new gym there, that brand new IHOP there. This brand new hotel here. This brand new apartment here. Because it matters when someone goes to look at your online real estate to see if you're about the business or not. So don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself like one of my teachers in barber school told me all the time. You guys, if you're thinking about government contracts, there's a lot of money in government contracting. If you can land 2 or 3 of those a year, every year, you can ensure that you can at least pay your payroll. And you can continue to grow. I mean, the government is the government, right? The whole damn country. They're everywhere. They're building everything. So don't shoot yourself short. If you're interested in getting into government contracting, that's Davis Bacon. Look a little bit more into that. We go into it in the blueprint. We walk you through the paperwork. We walk you through a lot of the things they're going to ask you for. A lot of the things you should have in order to get qualified to bid on these job sites in order to be able to win them. So if you like the content, if it brought you any value, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you're interested. If you are starting a construction cleaning company or any type of service business, and look out for the blueprint. Because again, guys, once you start any service business, any business is mildly successful where you're not the employee, it's like riding a bike. You just take the systems and you just put them in another business. Take the system and put them in another business. And you just continue to be successful and grow. So I'm signing off, guys. It's Purry. Peace.